What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing my match review, match reaction and match analysis of Manchester City's game against Watford in the Carabao Cup third round, as Manchester City do progress into the fourth round thanks to a 2-1 victory at the Etihad Stadium. So before I do crack on with this video, giving all of my thoughts, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Social media links, they're in the description. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok, email us in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts as well in the comments below. And finally, I want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore, who are going to keep you guys up to date with all the latest scores from around the ground, involving all the football matches that you guys want to go and follow along with the latest match information, match statistics, match analysis and so much more. They'll keep you up to date with all the other scores from around the grounds for all the other sports that you guys love to follow, all in one place, all in one app. It isn't just limited to football, it's limited to all scores for all the sports that you guys do like. It's a free app to download, worthwhile checking out if you haven't done so already. And anyone that does download SofaScore using my link in the description or the QR code on screen does help to support the future content created here on my channel. So on to my match review of this game. Man City doing plenty of rotation, which was to be expected, seeing some young players making either their Etihad Stadium debut like James McAtee and Nico O'Reilly. It was brilliant to see them once more. Jacob Wright coming in off the bench as well was brilliant to see him get some minutes. Rico Lewis getting some minutes as well. But I wanted to especially mention here Caden Branthwaite making his debut, just 16 years old, the third youngest defender to make his debut for Manchester City. It can't be easy when playing for the academy, coming in to the first team, training with them for less than 24 hours, giving yourself enough time to prepare yourself both physically and mentally to make your debut, to then come on and play against championship opposition. Yeah, it's a lower league team than us. They're in the division below Watford, but they're playing in a competitive competition in the League Cup. They're also playing their trade in the Championship, sitting in 8th. They're a decent team, a former Premier League side, so to ask a young player to come in and put in a good solid performance isn't an easy thing to do, and it's good to see these local young academy players being given their opportunity at Manchester City and allowing some very important rotation for our first team players ahead of a huge game against Newcastle at the weekend in the Premier League. And that very much, I feel, was on Man City's mind here for this game. It was either players who are looking rusty or haven't had too many minutes between pre-season and now, or quite simply just haven't played that much in pre-season, being given their opportunity along with a mix of young academy players as well. And it ended up being a little disjointed by Manchester City, but in the end, comfortable. That first half performance was pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Matheus Nunes was given the nod. He looked very good in that first half. It's one of the best performances that I've seen Matheus Nunes knock around. His goal that he scored, the second goal for City today, was a very, very well taken goal. He looked confident. He was dominated, almost like someone said to him, there's maybe a spot coming up in Man City's midfield with a long-term injury to Rodri. You've got your opportunity here to showcase that you should be featuring on Saturday, that you should be featuring for the upcoming games, because we're playing every 3 to 4 days from now until the next international break. And when we get back after the international break, it's every 3 to 4 days. So there's going to be plenty of opportunities for lots of players to be getting regular minutes. And I think Matheus Nunes' first half there has done himself no harm in potentially getting some more minutes. I don't think he'll start against Newcastle, but he may well get some minutes, and he may well get some minutes in the Champions League next week as well. So, you know, that's what you're playing for. You're playing for your places in the squad. And first half, I was pretty happy. A well-taken goal by Jeremy Doku for the first goal, and a well-taken taken goal for Matheus Nunes. Happy day, City 2-0 up, but keeping a clean sheet. Watford had a goal disallowed in the first half for a barge on debutant Branthwaite. I thought maybe a little bit harsh. It was aggressive. It was an aggressive barge, shoulder to shoulder. I've seen Erling Haaland go shoulder to shoulder and bully defenders. I thought that, and I'm expecting Watford fans to feel pretty aggravated about that, especially when they've found a second goal, their first goal in the second half, which would have been their second goal in the game, is what I'm getting at here, in the form of that good finish from Tom Ince towards the end of the game. Ruins our clean sheet, but no harm done. We still go through to the second round. Was it a great performance? No. Was it enough to get the job done? Yes. Have we come out injury-free? Yes. We're into the fourth round, so I can't not be happy with that. As I said, some lessons to be learned. Thought very lackadaisical, too calm, too casual in that second half. You've got to be ruthless in the business of football. You've got to be putting games to bed. 2-0 can be a very dangerous scoreline, and if you've been given opportunities to go out and score 3, 4, 5 goals like City had in this game, and you're not taking your opportunity, you're not going to be probably be punished by a team that's sitting in a lower division than us, but heading into games in the Premier League against top class opposition and going into the Champions League as well, these are important lessons to be learned, and I'm looking towards the experience of the Manchester City players here to really step up and start to showcase that they have got that quality. Doku with a well taken goal, happy with that. Happy with Matheus Nunes. Want to see a little bit more from Jack Grealish. Want to see a little bit more from Phil Foden. Defensively, didn't look too bad. I thought Kyle Walker looked better. John Stones looked pretty good as well. Good to see some minutes for James McAtee making his Etihad Stadium debut as well. Rico Lewis looked very lively. So there is some positives to take away from this, but it's very difficult to judge when you've not got many first teamers playing. Never was going to be the case with such a short turnaround from our game against Arsenal to this game against Watford, but it allows us now, because we've got this game done and we've done the rotation and we have gone through, no trouble there at all, and it allows us now to have a proper relaxing session going into tomorrow, where our players can fully rest and recover and start to properly prepare for our next game against Newcastle United in the early kickoff on Saturday. So happy days in terms of that. We're through to the fourth round. Don't really have too much more to add. It was a bit flat at the Etihad in this game. Always was going to be, it's a League Cup third round match midweek against a lower league team. I mean, I'm not too sure what people would expect. I mean, it's not just a Manchester City problem. It seems to be a problem that's rife across the whole of the Carabao Cup. Things don't really get very interesting in the competition until you get to the latter stages, and sometimes you can get to the fourth round, even the quarterfinals, and still things seem pretty flat. It's only really when you get the sense of semi-final and a potential trip to Wembley is when people and fans start to take interest and start to get excited. But I think League Cup's a very underrated cup competition to win, because it takes a lot of pressure off you for the business end of the season. You go on to win a League Cup, then it gets a trophy in the bag already. You feel confident, and you can start to focus on the other bigger trophies without having any real pressure on yourselves. So, Man City are the second most successful team in the League Cup behind Liverpool. So I suspect that City now into the fourth round, if we can get a good draw for ourselves and get to the quarterfinals, we'll start to take the competition seriously. And remember, unlike with last year, we do not have a Club World Cup to distract us in the winter, because remember last year we faced Newcastle away and we faced the problem that if we went through in that game and went through in the fourth round, by the time we got to the quarterfinals, our whole squad would be in the Middle East for the Club World Cup, and in terms of that game in the League Cup would be a reserve coach taking charge along with a full academy team, which means you'll be going up against more than likely a Premier League team and you're going out. So it seemed pointless to progress and give yourself extra games for no reason. Not the case this year. Man City have no reason not to be taking the League Cup seriously. Gone with a pretty strong team here. Got the job done into the fourth round. Onwards we go. So there we go. Don't forget, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you make of this victory for City? Not the most comprehensive of victories. It's got the job done. It's not going to be anything that stands out in our mind. But as I said, with rotation in place, it's got the job done. So happy days. Also, don't forget as well to go and check out my social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to take me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Do subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. It is free to subscribe. And also don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next Manchester City video. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.